Yeah, yeah. Oh, that was fast. I think we're live. Let's put that up there. It's cool. Hey everyone, Peace coming at ya.
Hello,
And this is Ghoster.
aka Abdo.
And super excited. I'm finally, it's been about a week it's about a week
Yeah,
since I have gone to Montreal. You can check our Instagram for a bunch of different pictures and have been having a lot of fun here. Abdo, you want to go ahead and introduce yourself?
yeah.
Since
I
this...
I think you guys remember. You're still alive. I'm not dead. Thank you for not asking. I'm checking the comments. Nobody asking. Hey, what happened to that guy, the 3D artist? Nobody's asking that. Um, this is our first stream together. This is not how I imagined it would happen. I was more thinking like I'll just crash into their stream in SVVR, but
but the
took.
other way happened.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he came in and crashed my place, and now we're here.
It's super fun. Hassan will be joining next week, so should be a ton of fun. And while we've been here, I've been thinking a little bit about the channel, some of the stuff we want to do brand wise, and going to be starting to execute on that very soon. So you probably expect like an update video soon-ish. I have the waffle, which is kind of our global everything that's coming down the pipe. It's been going a little slowly recently, just because I'm here.
Yeah, there's not much work to be done.
It's a mix of work and vacation, but a lot of vacation as well.
A lot of food and vacation, to be honest.
Exactly. So, yeah, I mean, high level. Don't actually. So Watson's done. I'll move that around a little later. And then after that, might do tutorials here and there. I know you wanted to do a Lens Studio one, so
don't ruin the surprise. And now they know. They'll be expecting it.
Well, let's get a little hype going on. And beyond that, we're gonna be working on a project. More details on that coming out soon as well. That should be a lot of fun. I'm really excited for that. It's gonna be kind of like a 1 to 2 month-ish sprint, and should be a lot of fun.
You'll get updates about that.
For sure. So look forward to that in a week or two-ish.
3 weeks. Yeah. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, somewhere
when he goes back to his neighborhood.
Yeah, that'll be a lot of fun. So let's dive into the news, because there's a ton that's happened over the last 2 weeks, and of course it had to happen when I was traveling. So for starters, we've got to talk about good old Oculus Go, which I keep seeing in my Facebook feed every day, just kind of driving me nuts.
You wonder why? What does Facebook and Oculus have to do with each other?
I don't know. Sad but true. I mean, I'm not gonna buy one.
No.
I think Hassan might be the only one who's gonna buy one. Or
for a good reason. It's always about trying out new stuff.
So that said, I think this deconstruction of the Oculus Go that Palmer put out there, pretty interesting.
iFixit guys are pissed at him. Damn it! Couldn't have waited for a bit.
Yeah, no, but this is good. I think he did the right service of breaking down the hardware in I think a really interesting way, and hopefully people will enjoy it. What up, Max? How you doing?
Hey, Max.
But yeah, I'm interested to see where the Oculus Go goes content-wise, but I'm personally, outside of enterprise, which I think it's great for, consumer-wise, I'm not too optimistic. And I really hate the deadlines that Oculus Go is gonna make or break VR, and if it doesn't succeed, it's gonna be doomsday. I'm like, no.
They're like tilting the whole technology in just one single headset, which is
that's not
at 72 frames per second. Not really.
But yeah, the enterprise I think is where this is at, in my opinion.
The price is good. It's 200. I think it's a nice price point.
And then the other one, which I'm actually, where'd my mouse go? It is, there we go. The other one is the Lenovo headset, which honestly I'm kind of surprised wasn't announced at Google. It was announced before, which I guess it's a Lenovo product, but I think the Daydream brand is pretty strong. So I'm kind of confused on the marketing play, but definitely not getting as much hype as the Oculus Go. So we'll see what happens. I've heard good things about it, although the online reviews aren't that good. I think the only thing that's keeping it back is the price.
It looks very solid. The price is a bit higher now. It's almost 400-ish.
It's like
That's
500, yeah.
yeah, almost 500. That's the same
Yeah,
price as the Vive, so people will be like, nah,
yeah.
it's not really.
It's a good
But
comparison.
it's a really good it's a good headset. It looks solid. Just the price, if it dropped down a bit, it would be very
Yeah, I'm with you, Max. Like I'm not gonna buy the Lenovo either. Although, it's I definitely do think it's a step up over the Go because I don't want another Gear VR. I'd rather have a
That's
standalone.
essentially what it is, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Like a Gear VR with a facelift.
Yeah, that's the sad reality of it. That said, I do think it is an interesting comparison, like in the standalone market, to say like Lenovo slash whenever the Vive standalone comes out is comparative to the HTC Vive when they came out, and Oculus Go is comparative to the Oculus when it came out, where the Oculus did not have the hand controllers, which were kind of imperative to the experience, but HTC did. So like you can kind of make the similar comparison where the Lenovo has the 6 stuff and Oculus Go doesn't. It's the sad reality.
Yeah, I think that like there might be a problem with the battery there.
Maybe.
I'm feeling like there is gonna be a problem with the battery there. Hopefully not.
Yeah.
They're saying like it's 2 hours.
I don't know.
Hopefully, at 72 frames per second, it's a bit of a disappointment. Like,
yeah.
We're going towards the 90 frames. Come on, Oculus, just keep up.
We'll see how it goes. I think the market will be the market. So
yeah,
time will tell. Jala brought this up, which is Sarut, and it's definitely I'm not gonna have time to check this out in the next 3 or so weeks. But if you do check it out, definitely let me know because yeah, I think it's super awesome that they're putting out like open sourcing, which Google tends to do a lot.
Yeah.
These really complicated things for light fields, for just overall just a good rendering pipeline. Yeah, I wish I had more time to check it out sooner. There's so much good stuff that's come out recently. But yeah, we'll definitely.
Max said is like
Yeah.
you're not be able to use the controller in the 6 DOF.
Yeah, that's also true. That's the sad reality.
I don't know. It feels like this year feels like some sort of a plateau in terms of technology for VR. At least the start.
It's things.
I don't want to sound pessimistic, but it's hopefully they'll get more jumps in the next
I hope so.
upcoming months or so.
Remember, someone on a Slack I'm part of was like, yeah, just throw the Vive tracker on the Oculus Go and boom, you're good to go.
If only that could work that way.
It's sad. It's sad. But yeah, Saru also looks super awesome. I wish I had more time to play around with this.
Really?
Yeah.
You said like, or use the room tracking more than an arm's length away?
Oh, flipping back and forth.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sorry, I was like.
Using this for my Gear V. Yeah, Sarut would be. Actually, I don't know if Sarut would work with the Gear. That could be interesting though, for sure. And then room tracking more than an arm's length away. Yeah, I think they could use the same tracking as what Microsoft has in their Windows VR headsets, where they're able to track it in your kind of field of view.
Yeah, as long as you're looking at it.
I wish they could do that on the Lenovo. That might. I don't know if it'll
I think it's still a disadvantage. You don't want to be looking at your hands all the time. I mean, sometimes it's like.
Yeah, there's
most of the experiences, like your hand is gonna go out of your field of view, so it's not really convenient.
Well, we'll see what happens. Maybe V2 will be better.
Hopefully.
Santa Cruz. I mean, they didn't show that much about Santa Cruz. Well, I think what's going to happen is it's going to be more expensive than the Lenovo and whatever Vive puts out, and as a result, it might be. I don't know a number. I'm going to guess like 800 to 900 is the price range.
That's sad. That
will be tough.
I don't know either. Like that's the biggest wall against VR right now is the price point.
It's good tech. It's really good tech.
I know, but I guess we're with that area like better tech but more expensive. We'll have to wait it out for like 2 or 3 years before it becomes a more let's say affordable prices.
Time will
hopefully,
tell. Time will tell. For now, we're still super excited about what is out there already, which is the Rift and Vive. AR is also super interesting. We're still trying to navigate for ourselves, like where is the market going and where are we excited about, which is very tough.
I think AR right now has the better advantage over VR because of the accessibility.
Yeah,
Especially
but
with
not
like,
that the tough part, at least not many people are using it yet. Who knows what will if something will change.
I know, but it's like it's a lot more accessible
Yeah,
as like you just need a few more developers to put the time and effort
yeah,
to kind of like, you know, use the cliche an AR killer app that would make people
yeah.
adopt it more.
Yeah, Max, we're definitely spoiled. We're in the 1% that like gets all this tech and is super excited about it. I agree. That's for sure. But I'm still super excited about it. Next thing I wanted to talk about is moving along is AR Core, and there's a super amazing job that Google did at
Yeah,
I/O.
they keep like
It's incredible, like what they have. You want to talk about it? Or like, what are
I
you
like
most excited about?
I definitely like the vertical surfaces projection. It's like
tracking.
yeah, tracking. You
They have
can
it,
you
yeah.
can use vertical spaces. Finally, I'm like, damn, it took them more than
Yeah,
I expected them to do that, which is really good. Like right now with the vertical, you can pretty much
yeah.
like do a lot of more fun stuff as opposed to just relying on the floor and the ground, because you can only do so much. Like I was gonna do I remember I was gonna play around with the lens studio, trying to do like a Spider-Man lens where it's
Yeah.
like it's crawling around,
It's hard.
and obviously
yeah.
I had a problem with like it cannot crawl
Yep.
on the vertical wall, so that
Yeah.
was so I'm happy about that.
And then I'm super excited about this, which is I know several companies working on multiplayer AR cloud technology, and Google is putting it out there on Android and iOS. Like, Apple has a big problem right now.
I like how they're like, oh, you're being exclusive, Apple? Yeah, we're just an open technology for both phones. How about you beat that?
I really don't know what Apple's gonna do at their developer conference. We'll see. That's in June-ish, June, July, somewhere. I don't know the exact date. But Google just one up them. Apple one up them last year. Google is like, no, we're gonna do a better job this year, and that they did. The image recognition is also super cool. If you're following anyone on Instagram, check out Connect. I think it's Connect AR. They do something very similar to this. They take a picture and then they start animating it, and then you can walk around it. It's super cool tech, and that's now in AR Core as well. A lot of really cool stuff. It's simple, but I think really powerful. And yeah, as Max said, cross-platform AR is amazing. Yes, AR Core for iOS, that's a thing. So if you were using ARKit before, maybe you have to switch now. But yeah, no, I'm really excited.
Yeah, he cannot believe it's like AR Core for iOS.
Yep.
Pretty much, yeah.
And I think on the flip side of this, and just moving along,
yeah,
is this company called Phantasma recently launched very similar AR cloud tech. I think the title is a little bit misleading here.
Yeah, decentralized is
it's not fully decentralized.
It's becoming a buzzword.
Yeah, exactly.
It is already a buzzword. Just throw in decentralized, watch your stock go up.
Yeah, and yeah, Dev Puppy, I agree. Goodbye, ARKit.
Dev Puppy is like, goodbye, ARKit. Yeah, you can. You don't have to have a MacBook anymore to develop for AR.
But yeah, I do think it is interesting what is brought up in this article. It's basically talking about how if we rely it's the converse of this problem, right? Where we're now all excited about AR Core, want to develop everything, but need to also realize that that data is going through Google so that they can map the world and eventually start tracking and build their advertising model. So the one thing that this article mentions is having a different set of tools, and I'm glad that there are a bunch of companies working on it because yeah, I love that Google is making it free, and they make a lot of things free
for a good reason.
Yeah, that tracking might not be. I'm generally an optimist when it comes to technology, but it could present problems in the future. So
like what?
Let's talk about Zuckerberg.
To kind of circle back to at this point, like going back to Google I/O. when they introduced the assistant calling the hair salon and the restaurant, I think. I was like, I imagine Elon Musk sitting there, like, I keep telling you, it's happening. You know how in in disaster movies, there is always that crazy scientist that no one believes.
Yeah.
And then he turns up to be right. I think that's Elon Musk. Is like when the robots are shooting us, Elon Musk is around. Is like, I told you so. But yeah, that was really, like, as a side point, that was a really exciting.
It's
feature.
super awesome.
Yeah, it's like the assistant is doing a great job. Kind of scary a bit, but
yeah, I saw an article this morning. Like Google is had a really exciting keynote and a lot of amazing tech. But what were the privacy concerns, which depending on where you fall on that spectrum, could be a big issue or not at all. So yeah, definitely let us know what you guys think, because I think it's definitely important to talk about. That's for sure. And the last thing I wanted to talk about is we're, of course, in Montreal.
Of course.
And so recently we went to a VR arcade. We actually visited two, both by the same company. We're a little late on the first one, but this one in this mall, it's Atwater, right?
Yeah, it's Atwater subway station if you're staying in Montreal. It's like in almost, I think it's a mall. Yeah, it's a mall inside a mall. It's called VR. Basically, Montreal VR.
Yeah.
It's really good. Like, I visited one place, another VR arcade in Toronto, which I no longer remember the name of, but the experience was very similar.
Yeah.
Except in Montreal, the people were a lot more friendly. Just
yeah. No, but I had a good time here. It was, I think, surprisingly, like, a lot of people were in there. This was Tuesday night? Wednesday night.
I think it was Wednesday. Yeah, I think it was Wednesday.
Wednesday night, but a weekday night. And people were coming in and out.
They were staying for an hour. I remember like a couple. They were in the station next to us, and they were staying for an hour, which is surprising. Like,
yeah, I mean, it's definitely a business. That's for sure.
It is. Yeah, I've seen a lot of people. I think in Toronto, a few, probably 6 to 7 popped up.
Yeah.
I could be wrong, but in Montreal here, I think there's like 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Probably more popping up. I couldn't find them on Google Maps, but there's like 3 or 4 of them.
But yeah,
so it's a good business. Yeah, definitely.
I mean, the main reason I wanted to bring this up is, like, for developers, if you are looking at, like, pushing the business of games or anything you build, these arcades, like, haven't gone like in person, are definitely, one, worth going and checking out, and two, a pretty good place to put your games, because you're going to get a lot of exposure and a decent cut, which is, I guess, the third point. But yeah.
Yeah, in Toronto, the arcade there was like, they were very open about, like, they talked to me like, hey, if you have a game you want to try, we're open to, like, having your beta version here and test it out. We're open to, like, kind of like monitoring the players' reactions, whatever, blah blah blah. Kind of like almost becoming your testing partner in those arcades, so you get like feedback on your games straight away from, like, the masses.
Yeah.
Which are mostly people who are new to VR, never used VR before. So it's a good, if you want to, like, push your game in there and get some genuine reactions. Max is saying, he's saying he's scared from Google.
yeah, I agree. I was amazed and scared at the same time from all of that. Yeah.
Max, I would say, be careful with your tech. Don't abuse it. They have memories now. Like, in 3 or 4 years, they would just, like, your toaster could be chasing you away.
Yeah, the robot apocalypse. We can see it. But yeah, and so yeah, this is us in Montreal. We're having a lot of fun.
Yeah. So, check out Instagram. I'm sure you guys are following, but
yeah,
Instagram, you could find some of the silly pictures in there.
The classic Starbucks pictures.
Which somebody trashes, like, it's the worst coffee in the country, man.
Which I was like,
yeah, we like Starbucks for more than the coffee. It's
it's definitely the
experience. We're not sponsored by them.
No, definitely not. But yeah, that's the stream. Just wanted to check in, mention all of the crazy stuff that's happening, because there's a lot going on.
Yeah, so many.
And I'm barely keeping track of it while I'm here. So thought this was a cool opportunity. Say hi. And yeah.
And I'm not dead. Thank you for not asking. Nobody, like, none of the comments are like, what happened to that dude? No one. I'm disappointed, you guys. I'm disappointed.
Well, now you're gonna get flood.
Yeah.
Ton of comments from it.
Do you know where Max is from?
Yeah.
Where are you from, Max?
Yeah, let us know. I'm gonna wrap up the stream, but we'll stay in the chat for
Yeah,
for a
let
little
us know
bit
where you're
longer.
from.
And
Grab some put. I keep telling him, he doesn't believe me. It's like
I had it. I
that's
had it the
one.
first
He
day.
tried it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. I just can't have it every day. No, I would like blow up like the blueberry muffins.
That's the Canada's one of the best gifts of Canada to the world.
Yeah.
Poutine maple syrup, the best.
Yeah, there you go.
Happy you're not dead. Thank you, Max. Thank you.
Oh,
awesome. He's in the Bay Area. Okay.
Bay Area is where it's at.
Did
Yeah.
you meet him? Have you met with him? You should.
Yeah. I'm in the Bay Area. FusedVR. That's where you gotta go.
You guys should meet in person.
Yeah, that's but yeah, super awesome. Expect more videos in the future. It's gonna happen.
Yep.
And so yeah, until next time, it's been FusedMan.
And it's been Abdo.
And we're signing out.
Bye.
And now I gotta find the right one. All right, cool. All right, see ya, everyone.